All right, guys. So today I want to talk about New York's gun laws. Right now I'm in Pennsylvania. I left New York because of the stupid nonsense that's going on over there. And so I'm 2 hours from Manhattan and I'm 2 hours from Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia has been named the worst city, no, the most dangerous city in America right now, currently. Okay, because unlike the rest of Pennsylvania, where you're actually allowed to have guns, okay, you just have to have a license. You understand? But in Philadelphia, you're not allowed to have guns, just like New York. They've, but only the criminals can have guns, though. Obviously, the criminals, just like New York, can have guns, and so they know in Philadelphia, which has the highest rate of carjackings right now in the whole United States, they know that the people they can't protect themselves. Okay, so they're holding up everybody with guns, and carjacking people, robbing people, shooting people on the street, doing drive-bys. Yeah, that's what's happening in Philadelphia right now. And if you live there, I know it's a war zone right now in Philadelphia, and in New York too. There's a lot of shooting that's going on because they know the criminals know that they can't defend themselves. The people cannot defend themselves in New York. All right. I mean, I used to. I was brainwashed, okay, by the New York state about guns. In fact, I was scared of guns. Okay, not until I came to Pennsylvania and I decided, well, you know what? Since I left the New York mentality of guns are bad, it's just it's a terrible thing. Guns, in New York. But then I realized, okay, well, with all the shootings going on and the carjackings and all this other stuff, how do you protect yourself? How do you protect yourself against these criminals that are bent on stealing your car, taking it to a chop shop, kids joyriding your car, or being taken overseas, your car, beside your car, being robbed on the street, being shot for no reason. Okay, that's what's going on in New York and Philadelphia. And would you know that both of these places are run by extreme left wing radical Democrats? Okay, and so which they arrest people and they put them back out on the street within 24 hours, even though they've assaulted somebody or done terrible things. Okay, that's what's going on in New York City and in Philadelphia. Okay, and I'm right in the middle of it. I'm not in the middle of it. I'm actually 2 hours in a different direction. So if I'm in the middle of it, I'll be in New Jersey, which I don't want to be in anyway. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully, so here in Pennsylvania, you're allowed to have guns outside of Philadelphia, obviously. And Philadelphia is the reason why this state has gone blue, because of all the people that live there are. It's the biggest city in Pennsylvania, even though the rest of the state is basically purple and red. I always say purple, and a little bit to the red. It was mostly red before, but yeah. But Philadelphia, which is a very small part of Pennsylvania, is turning this whole state blue. Okay, and most of the people here where I live, everybody here has a gun. My neighbors have guns. Okay, and you don't have any crime around here. Okay, there haven't been a car. This area what I'm in has never had a carjacking, from what I've looked up online. So they know that people here have guns. They're not going to mess with them. Okay, so they're going to go to where the people don't have guns and are held back to use because they know that the people there are not going to fight back. They're not going to shoot back. That's what I'm saying, right? So I think New York City and New York State in general should, because there was a report in the news recently how the New York City public schools have gotten a record amount of handguns guns by kids in school. Okay, and when asked why they have these guns, the kids say, well, for they want to defend themselves against other kids that might have guns. You understand? So what does that teach us? Okay, people want to protect themselves. Okay, they want to have a chance to protect themselves than being another victim. Okay, and so I think that the New York State in general, should reverse their gun laws okay? And people should be able to protect themselves. You understand? I mean, I've just did a 365. I mean, I just did a turn, okay, from not wanting guns or not having a gun until I saw what's going on in Philadelphia. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be with the Reese people around here where I live, okay? They have guns. I think I need a gun too for protection, okay? I need a gun for protection because I don't want to be the next victim. Now, the problem is if I go with my gun to New York City or in New York State, I'll be charged with criminal possession of a weapon. Even though I'm not using it, I'm keeping it concealed, okay? So the good guys who just have a gun for protection, they get a felony on their record, 3 to 15 years in jail for what? Trying to protect themselves, okay? Even if it's a BB gun, okay? BB guns are legal here too, all right? But in New York, it doesn't matter if you have a BB gun or a regular gun or any kind of thing that looks like a gun, even if it's a fake gun. They'll charge you with even if you're not using it, you're keeping it on your person, okay? You're gonna be charged with a felony, all right? Why can't you protect yourself in New York? Why can't you have the right to protect yourself against these carjackers, against these robbers, against these people that just want to shoot people on the street, attack you for no reason? You know, I think people in New York State, New York City, and in Philadelphia should be able to have guns. Okay, all right. Because I was reading one report of a Uber driver in Philadelphia got carjacked. Now that's the carjacking capital of the United States right now. Though I know how to look. I'm gonna give you a secret about carjackers. Okay, if a carjacker comes up to you, listen. Always keep your door locked. Okay, no matter what. Okay, keep your door locked. All right, you're sitting inside. See what happens is they try to open your door and go inside, and then do whatever. Or they'll just take a gun to your window if it's locked and say get out the car. Blah blah blah. The best thing to do is, especially with newer cars, keep your car started. Have brake hold on because newer cars have brake hold. Okay, and it comes up to you with a gun, just drive off as fast as you can. All right, or drive backwards if they're blocking you in front, fast as you can, and then make a turn. All right. Usually these guys won't shoot you because they're looking for money, but then they could shoot you because it's, hey man, you disrespected me. You understand? So that's why you're supposed to have guns. Okay, you're supposed to have something to protect yourself against these carjackers and these criminals, the criminal elements that are in New York City and Philadelphia. Okay, so yeah, we need to protect ourselves, and you need to speak. I don't know, write a letter to Albany or something. Okay, vote different. Okay, you guys need to speak up, man. Otherwise, you know, the S is gonna hit the fan. You understand? All right, and crime is getting terrible in New York. All right, and it's getting terrible. Well, it's already terrible here in Philadelphia. Not here, but 2 hours away from here. Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you about that, about how people in New York should have guns. Okay. So I actually am going to get a gun license. I got to go to the sheriff's office and purchase a gun for my own protection. But yeah, that's just nonsense what's going on, man. I don't know what to say. Anyway, yeah. So if you guys like this video or if you disagree with me regarding guns, that's your right, obviously. Just let me know in the comment section that whatever you think about the guns, whether you're for it or against it. And I would like to hear your comments on this. I really would like to, hear about it. All right. So yeah, thanks for watching my video again. This is Bob from, YouTube, and I see you guys next time. All right. Peace out.